Guys, you would never believe it. I know, I can't believe it. It's almost like we were right. Again, with the whole FBI statistics thing. Now, as you can see, I'm in a different scenario, but that's not going to stop this train because we are going full offense. We told them that enabling people's rights was not going to cause more murder. We told them that rifles are not the main cause of anything, so you don't need to ban them. We told them that the Second Amendment is a blessing, not a detriment. Yet again, proven correct. Make sure you guys send this one out. We are in a different scenario, but the mission does not change. We're going to dive right into this content. This is coming from the FBI, hot off the presses. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because this place right here, yeah, we're pushing forward with freedom on this channel, whether YouTube likes it or not. So make sure you stick your finger in their eye and you hit that like, subscribe, and share all the goodness. All right, listen, people. We're going to dive into these data points real quick because this is the fight. The reason that we hit this so hard is because it's not just that we were correct. It's not just that they were wrong to take our rights. We're going to reinforce that to continue to beat them over the head with the data of which they lied to us about. What was going to happen didn't. The tone of this video is going to be much more antagonistic, and the reason is very simple. You tried to take the rights of an entire population based off of what you thought was going to happen, and you were wrong. Make sure you send this one out as we go through this. Follow me at Braden LOA right there on the screen. We just passed 24,000, and I am excited to be there with you guys. All right, listen. This is an exchange that I caught between NAGR and another guy who was saying that the gun rights were going to be the end of every human being ever alive, right? By the way, future reference. If you ever want to ensure that you're going to have more pushback and more response to what you're going to say, open with, I'm only going to say this once. Okay. I'm going to say this once. Loosening gun laws and regulations is often correlated with more gun crime. We have strong research on that. Not in this case. Turns out that, yet again, everything that you told us was wrong on the gun-controlling left side. Rifles are more deadly than handguns. Nope, the FBI data I'm about to show you proves that wrong. Again, I'm going to be more antagonistic because these people were using these lies to take rights from people. Let's continue. That said, gun laws and regulations aren't the only thing impacting gun crime rates, so you can have crime go down or up with different laws and regs in place. The better question to ask, okay, if you guys ever want to know that you're kicking their asses, have them start off with, I'm only going to say this once, an authority statement, which is meant to dissuade any type of rebuke. And then, well, there's other factors too. I mean, like, sure, all gun laws are obviously going to increase all the things that we need, except when they don't, which the data bears it out. But there's other studies. And after all, I mean, like the right laws, you're getting stuffed. That's what this entire thread is. And thanks to NAGR for pointing it out to me. All right. So this is the original catalyst, and then I'm going to show you the actual FBI statistics on this. Same guy. Infuriating, but true. This was back in 2022, right after the Braden decision happened. This is about Braden. Quote, this ruling will cause a spike in violent crime, lead to more guns being stolen, and result in police solving fewer violent crime cases. Important article and worth a read. Well, you were wrong. And what's the big answer and solution? Well, you got to have the right laws in place. And there's other studies that suggest that I'm right. So I'm going to hold on to this little desire for control, even though I've been proven wrong by the FBI. Okay, let's keep on going. I mean, I could all day. The FBI's 2024 crime numbers are out. Violent crime overall decreased 4.5% compared to 2023. Murder has also declined at 14.9%. Rapes, aggravated assault, and robberies dropped 5.2, 3.0, and 8.9 respectively. And property crime decreased 8.1%. That's really weird, guys, because I remember 4 years of unprecedented gun buying. In fact, there's just an article today from guns.com saying this is the first time in 6 years that we haven't eclipsed 1 million new guns in circulation. Remember that whole lie about more guns equal more crime? It's just statistics, it's just numbers and math. Yeah, it turns out your math ain't mathin', tyrant. Let's keep on going. Because I'm very curious how murder could decline 14.9% in the midst of a gun buying spree, again, which they told us was not possible. So as you can see here, this is the FBI data and statistics. I can't actually scroll down, which is really annoying, but I'll show you this in a second. It confirms the same thing from the FBI. Get over here. This, okay, I can scroll down on this. Good, excellent. We're about to have some fun. This is the homicide rate reported by population going back 5 years to 2019. You see that light blue line, the one that's going down? Yeah, that's the United States homicide reported by population. Keep in mind, over the last 5 years, we've had more guns bought than have ever been bought before by more groups than have ever been bought before, completely demographics, liberal, conservative, and independent across the board. And for some reason, it falls. Because they played you. They lied to you. They did the same thing they always do. Look how scary, look how fearful you should be. Gun rights are so terrible and horrible that they're going to cause more crime, except when they don't, in which case we have another excuse. Because it's not about being correct and factual, it's about tyrannical control. Let's keep on going. I am going to just keep on rattling these off. Now, I want to show you something that I found absolutely curious. And of course, you can tell by my tone that I'm about to be sarcastic. Now, the type of weapon involved by offense. Now, how could that be important? Because again, I'm just guessing that AR-15s were the cause of all the problems, right? So we should ban those because common sense gun control? Yeah. Handguns. 29,648 homicides by handguns. Rifles got to be up there, right? No, they actually did it in size. It's actually proportional. Knife or cutting instrument is 6,600, and we're keeping going down. Oh my God, rifles, 2,645. That is 30% of knives. I thought rifles were literally AR-15s, the most common rifle in America, 24 million of them in circulation, more than F-150s. The guns that actually shoot bullets tipped with nuclear weapons. I would have thought that that number would have been more than 30% of knives. Blunt objects, 1,622. Drugs and narcotics and sleeping pills, 1,038. And guys, I am beside myself. I abhor having to report this to you because it's just so damaging to the gun control narrative. Remember that thing where all full auto machine guns and Giffords.org and Every Time for Gun Safety put out all those data points that say they've effectively legalized machine guns? Look at that. Again, drugs and narcotics and sleeping pills at 1,038. Automatic handguns, 1,017. Well, those are NFA items. Firearms, automatic, 709. Asphyxiation, fire, rifle automatic, 217 in a nation of 340 million people. Guys, I was told that rifles were the cause of all evil, not oh my God, handguns at 30,000 and rifles at 2,600? The math ain't mathin', guys, because rifles are a tenth of handguns. Why aren't they asking to ban handguns if it's really about safety? Of course, I don't want to ban handguns. Of course, it's an infringement. Of course, it's stupid and it's idiotic. But it begs the question, why would gun controllers say it's all about safety and want to stop the crime and stop the homicide and save lives, but they don't say a peep about banning handguns when it is 30,000 versus 26? Isn't that odd? Does anyone else find that extremely peculiar? You probably don't, because you guys are all smart cookies. It's about control. And their narrative of control just got kicked right in the balls. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even though I'm in a different location, this freedom fight still goes on. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. See you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.